welcome to Storytime June 3rd. How are you? So we're going to do our hello song. Are you ready? On the count of three. One, two, three. Let's all clap 'cause you are here, you are here, you are here. Let's all clap 'cause you are here today. Yay! So we have some great books today. Our books are going to be about lions. This book is called I Wish I Could Roar. It's a story about self-confidence by Tiziana Bendel Brunello. You ready? Roar, said Daddy Lion, and all the other little animals ran off in fright. Squeak, said Little Lion. Are little lions supposed to squeak or are they supposed to roar? Don't squeak, said Daddy. We lions roar. Now go and practice roaring. Keep practicing. Roar, 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 roar. I know you can do it, said Daddy Lion. You see the tiny little mouse over there watching? Lion decided to practice on his mom. Squeak, he said, pouncing on her. You think he scared Mommy Lion? Lions don't squeak, said Mom. Lions roar. Why don't you ask your brothers and sisters to show you how? Think that's a good idea? Roar, 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 roar. A little lion's brothers and sisters were waking up and roaring loudly. Little Lion tried again. Squeak, he said. Squeak, squeak. The others just laughed at him. Lions don't squeak, they said. We roar. Uh-oh. Little Lion ran away into the long grass. I wish I could roar, he snuffled, but all I can do is squeak, said Mouse. There's Mouse. Squeak, squeak, said Little Lion back to the mouse. Why are you squeaking? Asked Mouse. Lions are supposed to roar, not squeak, she said. And she started laughing at him. You see her laughing on the tree branch? Let me see if I can help you, said Mouse. Squeak! And he pulled on Little Lion's whiskers. Squeak! And he stepped on Little Lion's paws. Squeak! He said again. It's no use, sniffled Little Lion. I can't roar. Well, let's see if this helps, said Mouse, and she whispered softly into his ear. Roar! You can do it. Roar! Roar! Roar, roar, roar! Look, all the animals are fleeing. They're running away because he scared them. Little Mouse taught him how to roar. Roar, said Little Lion proudly. Hey, Little Lion's brothers and sisters said proudly, you've learned to roar. Hooray, hooray! We knew you could roar, Daddy and Mommy said. You just didn't know it yourself. Now I do, said Little Lion triumphantly. I can roar, roar, roar. The end. So we have another lion story called The Show and Tell Lion. This one is by Barbara Abercrombie. You usually take lions to show and tell. It's Matthew's turn for show and tell. He wants to tell his class something exciting, but nothing exciting has happened. Miss Harper is waiting. Matthew, she says. I have a lion, says Matthew. Oh, you think that's true? A lion! The whole class is impressed. What kind of lion? Asked Sarah. A baby lion, says Matthew. He has to stay home, so I can't bring him to show. Think that's true? Matthew means to tell them that it's just a story he's making up, but he can suddenly picture this lion in his head. He sleeps in my bed at night, he says. He purrs, the loudest purr you've ever heard, says Matthew. Matthew, don't you mean that you have a very big cat? Asked Mrs. Harper. No, he's a lion, says Matthew. He climbs trees, he swims in the ocean. At recess, Matthew's friends all have questions. What does he eat? Rachel asked. Does he ever bite? Joe wants to know. Where did you get him? Asked Steve. The answers Matthew gives make the lion seem more real. His name is Larry, he says. That's a funny name for a lion. Joe and Andrew want to come and see Larry after school. He's at the vet's today having his claws cut, says Matthew. Every day at recess, the class wants to hear what Larry is doing. Matthew tells them that Larry's getting bigger and bigger. He's almost too big to sleep on my bed now, he says. See him sleeping on the bed? Katie says she wants to come and visit Larry. He's in the mountains this week, says Matthew. He has to exercise. He's getting so big that he might have to go and live at the zoo. Joe says, I think we should have a field trip to Matthew's house to see Larry before he goes to the zoo. Uh-oh. Matthew doesn't know how to tell his class that he made up the lion. Everybody believes him. What's he going to do? Look at the lion riding a skateboard. A field trip to our house to see the lion, says his mother. What lion? The one in my head, says Matthew. His name is Larry. He tells his mother how the lion started as a little story for show and tell, and then grew and grew, and now all of his friends think Larry is a real lion. You sure have a wonderful imagination, Matthew, she says, hugging him. But you need to tell them that you made the lion up. Matthew's embarrassed. His face feels red and hot when he thinks about telling all his friends that the lion is just a story he made up. He wants to run away and hide. What's he going to do? Then Matthew has an idea. That afternoon he writes the story of Larry. He writes down all the things that he told the class. Then he draws pictures of how he imagined the lion. Larry swimming in the ocean, Larry climbing trees, Larry exercising in the mountains. The next day for show and tell, Matthew brings his book in. This is my lion, he says, showing them the pictures. He's a story. You lied, says Sarah in a loud voice. You don't really have a lion living at your house, Larry. Isn't it real? He's real in my head, says Matthew. He's real in my book. The class is quiet for a long moment. Finally, Joe says, That's a good story. Matthew, will you read us your book? Mrs. Harper says. Yes, says Matthew. Now every week Matthew writes another adventure for Larry the Lion and reads it to the class during show and tell. And it's always exciting. The end. Very good. So, we have some more lions. Are you ready? One little lion roaring at the zoo called for another roar. Then there were two. Two little lions underneath a tree called for another roar, roar. Then there were three. Three little lions who heard a distant roar called for another, and then there were four. Four little lions, happy and alive, called for another, roar, 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 and then there were five. 5 little lions, roar, 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 ran off to play, and then they were no more. Are you ready? We're going to count. We're going to take them away. Ready? 1 lion, 2 lions, 3 lions, 4 lions, 5 lions. No more lions. Very good. So thank you for coming to today's story time. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you next week. Take care and stay healthy.